My name is Janet Leigh, and this is I've Got a Secret.
I've Got a Secret, brought to you tonight by Tony, creator of fine beauty products, for the woman who prefers the natural look of beauty care at home. Live from New York, here is I've Got a Secret, starring Garry Moore.
Thank you many times. Good evening, my friends. Welcome to another edition of I've Got a Secret. I would like you to gaze once again upon the familiar faces and names of your panel, who are Bill Cullen and Betsy Palmer, Henry Morgan, and Bess Meyerson, and that's the group. All right, now then, may we welcome our first contestant, please. Will you come in, Sid? Our panel, this is Mr. X. We call him Mr. X for reasons that we will explain later. And Mr. X, what have you got in that lovely basket?
That's part of the secret.
Part of the secret? All right. If you'll whisper to me, we'll find out what he's got in the basket. Oh, boy. There must be more to it than that, I hope not. So let's have a listen and see what else is new. Fascinating. Totally fascinating. All right, panel, the clue to Mr. X's secret concerns something that we hope will happen, and we'll start the game. Well, let's start with Betsy.
Mr. X, that which you have inside that container is alive?
It is.
I'm leaving.
Is it of the reptile kingdom?
Yes.
I'm leaving.
Why would you guess that it was of the reptile?
Because they always come in baskets, those snakes.
Oh, they're putting them up in baskets now. I think that's nice.
No, I mean, it is the snake then, isn't
Right,
it?
you're right.
And we call you Mr. X because we know your name. Because it's been in the paper or something?
No, as a matter of fact, you have met Mr. X before with a different secret, but I'll tell you about that
It was
later.
a longer secret, as I recall.
Oh, he had a python that time. Yeah. Now, this time you have a little small snake.
Take your time, Betsy. Maybe we'll run out of time and he won't be able to do it.
Right. Are you going to milk the snake? No.
Bill, you want to move this way? I think we're losing you on that microphone.
Is it one snake in there?
One.
One.
All right, $20 down, $60 to go. We go, please, now to Henry Morgan.
Mr. Wait, I have your name written down here. Mr. X.
As a matter of fact, we have all met before. This is Bill Haast, of course, owner of the Miami Serpentarium down in Miami, Florida, where he maintains... How many snakes do you have at the Serpentarium?
About 500.
About 500. And while it is a tourist attraction, that is only a sideline. The actual function of the Serpentarium is to extract venom from deadly snakes to be used in, what do you call it? Used in antitoxin?
Well, medical research and for antivenom.
So, having established who he is, you met him once before in Florida, but carry on, Henry.
Now, what was this about? You just made a joke by yourself? You told me
Mr. X. This is a poisonous snake?
Yes.
Is it like a bushmaster?
No.
Is it as venomous as that?
More so.
Fer de lance?
No.
Coral?
How's the pronunciation?
Good.
Small snake?
About 4 feet.
4 feet. What a perfect...
All right, we've lost $40. We have 40 to go, and Bess, you're up.
Dear. Bill, are you going to need any assistance? Would you excuse Betsy and I? That's really what I'm getting after.
Well, what were you getting after?
I just would like Betsy and I to be excused.
Oh, assistance from the panel? No.
Oh, but Garry is going to assist you. In an yes?
I guess that's the word for it, although I think it's going to be the other way around, I hope.
Are you going? You're going to handle the snake, aren't you?
Who?
Are you?
Mr. X?
Yes.
No.
Oh, no?
Oh, boy.
You're not going to touch the snake at all?
No. I don't expect to.
Oh. Then it's all yours, Garry.
What's that mean? I don't expect to. Huh?
It's all yours.
I ain't going to touch it.
No?
I ain't going to touch it.
Oh, dear.
Nope, $60 down, $20 to go. We go to Bill Cullen.
Mr. X, Mr. Haas, is someone in this theater tonight going to touch that snake?
No.
All righty. Now, if you don't milk a snake, which you said you're not going to do, what else can you possibly do to us? Henry, do you know what the female of the Bushmaster is?
Bushmistress?
Yeah.
Well, look, I can
Somewhere along the line, somewhere along the line, there's an animal called a bush baby too, but that comes in a whole different category.
I guess our whole point is we're trying to take so much time, he won't have time to do it. That's the whole...
I have a dumb joke I could throw in if you want to kill a thing.
All right, like
If you don't milk the snake, it just starts to move.
$80 we have lost. I have already identified Bill Haast. Now, recently he was here in New York to appear on To Tell the Truth, and he stopped by our office with what he said was a dandy idea, and our producers agreed with him. As you've guessed by now, there is a live cobra in the basket, and Bill's secret is that he is going to teach me to be a snake charmer. And, Bill, it's been fine having you here. Good night. Thank you very much. I carry this, and you carry the cushion, huh?
Happy birthday, Garry.
Hello, sweetheart. Hello there, nice little cobra. Hello. Put this over here. Well, it's gonna be really Indian style, huh?
Who's going to play?
All right.
Oh, I thought you were kidding.
Now, where are you gonna be?
Right here. Out of range.
All right. I sit down here.
Right.
You know, I'd much rather. Now, what do I do? I put the horn. Put the horn where?
Oh, about how you have it.
This
A little
close?
closer. Yeah. That's good. Right there. It's perfect.
Could I do the same thing with a trombone? Then I could stand back about. Huh? What are you getting ready to run for? I'm sitting down. I can't run. And you know, I'm nervous about this because I've never done it before.
Neither has the snake.
You're breaking in a new boy tonight, huh? All right, so I start to play.
And I'll open the basket.
And you open the basket and...
And he should respond.
You should.
Don't forget to...
Oh, boy. He's a music lover. I thought he'd never go back in there. Running out of breath, and my heart was beating so. Huh?
That's ridiculous.
On whose part?
On Garry.
I always trust Bill Haast. This guy knows more about snakes than anybody, and believe me, if that snake had started to go for me, he'd have had him in a minute. As a matter of fact, Bill, do we have time for him to try to catch him by hand?
No.
No,
we have no time.
No, one other thing we've got to explain is this. Now, obviously, or apparently, he was coming up, he was following the music, and as I would sway, he would sway. Was he attracted by the music?
Not at all. There's another secret that's 2,000 years old that snakes can't hear, and the snake charmer's been getting away with it for that long. They can't hear a note.
Well, then why was he facing toward me?
Because you were swaying the instrument.
Oh, he takes
him
the
on
instrument to be the enemy.
Right. You put him on the defensive.
I see.
And
Well,
he follows the motion.
I wonder if he knew that he had me scared that he was scared of me.
That's what he was trying to do.
He convinced me. Thank you, Bill Haast, very much. You're welcome. Bye, Jeff. Oh, boy. Hang in there. Well, that was kind of fun. We'll be back with you again in just a minute. First, let's watch this. Now then, may we welcome our next contestant, please. Will you come in, sir? Will you tell our panel, please, what your name is and where you're from?
My name is Marion Marshall. I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Marion Marshall, and he is from Detroit, Michigan. And now, if you'll whisper your secret to me, sir, we'll show it at the same time to our audience at home. Here we go. Now, panel, to help you classify Mr. Marshall's secret, the clue concerns something he did. We'll start the questioning again with Betsy Palmer, please.
Why do you always start with me? Lately, all right? Mr. Marshall, does this have to do with sports?
Yes.
Does this have to do with boxing? Or prize fighting of some sort?
Yes.
Why did you ask that question, may I ask?
Because he has an unusual ear. See how observant I am? You should have been hiding your little ear. And so it has something to do with a fight, then, that you were involved in?
Yes.
Did you fight someone of great renown that we might know?
Yes.
$20 down, $60 to go, and we go, please, now to Henry Morgan.
Mr. Marshall, the fight is mentioned as part of your secret, is it?
Yes.
Is the secret worded this way, I beat or knocked out somebody?
Roughly that.
Or I won a fight from so-and-so?
Yes.
Was it...
Nice going, buzzer man. $40 down, $40 to go, and cheer up, Henry. We're getting out of Bess Myerson, please.
Henry, would you like to complete that sentence in my right ear? Well, the only fighters that I could think of right now that come to mind would be either Patterson or Liston. Could it be that you at one time knocked out Mr. Liston?
Knocked out Mr. Liston?
Well, maybe you didn't knock him out completely where he, couldn't get up, unaided. But were you in a ring with Mr. Liston?
Oh, yes.
Were you were you in battle?
What do you mean? Was he a sparring partner or was it a regular fight?
You weren't a sparring partner. Was it a regular fight?
Yes.
And you won?
That's the secret, yes. He's the only one. He is the only one ever to have beaten Sonny Liston. This is Marion Marshall, better known by his nickname of Marty Marshall. Now, heavyweight champ, present heavyweight champ Sonny Liston, in case some of you people don't know, I can't imagine it, but present heavyweight champ would be undefeated today except for Marty Marshall, who fought him to an 8-round decision on September 7th, 1954. Marty, how were you able to accomplish this? Because you're not as big as Liston is. You're big, but you're not as big as Sonny is.
No, well, I fought him in an unorthodox style.
An unorthodox style? Well, what do you mean by that?
Well, I fought him going in a counterclockwise direction.
In other words, he always goes clockwise, and if you fight him counterclockwise, you're walking away from his power. Is that right?
That's right.
Did Floyd Patterson do that? Did he?
No, he made the mistake of fighting him in close.
Fighting him in close, huh? Well, now, staying out of Liston's reach is no mean feat in itself. Marty, would you stand up and show us how long your reach is, please?
Oh, it's only 72 inches.
72 inches? All right. If you ever get in your head, I'll kill you. Try it again. Let me show you something. Now, you saw that reach. Put your hand up there again, Marty. That's 72 inches. Now, how long is Sonny Liston's reach?
I hear it's 84 inches.
Oh.
Another foot, which is out like that. So he's a hard man to get close to, as you can understand. Although Patterson might have wished that he hadn't gotten quite so close to it. Now, let me ask you a couple other things. Now, you fought Sonny 3 times, right?
3 times.
First time you beat him.
Yes.
Then you had a return match.
Yes.
What happened?
He killed me.
Did he get you out?
He knocked me down 3 times.
3 times? But so then it was a TKO or was it a KO?
TKO.
TKO. Knocked you down 3 times. All right, now you had another return match, the 3rd one. What was the result there?
He won a split decision over me.
A split decision?
10 rounds.
And that is very hard to achieve for Mr. Liston. Do you think there are any fighters around today, any heavyweights, who have a reasonable chance of beating Sonny Liston?
Yes, with the right training.
Who would that be?
Clay,
Cassius Clay?
Cassius Clay, and even Floyd Patterson
You think Floyd stands a chance in this rematch?
with the right proper training.
In other words, if he does the way you did, if he goes counterclockwise, huh?
Well, that's part of it.
Uh-huh. Do you still fight yourself?
Well, I got a good job now. I'm working at Acme Quality Paint,
Acme Quality Paints, that's in
and
Detroit?
I'm in Detroit, and I'm mostly interested in training fighters.
Oh, I see. Much easier. Nobody at Acme Quality Paint tries to hit you all the time, huh?
No.
I wouldn't try, I'll tell you that. I'd rather take on the snake than take on this fellow. Thank you, Marty, very, very much. We've all heard about you, and it's a great joy to see you. Now, young ladies of the panel, at this time, I'm going to have to ask just you two, please, to leave the premises. The young men may stay seated, Henry and Bill, and we will get you girls back here as soon as ever we can. Now, my friends, it is time for us to meet our special guest of the evening. You will be able to see her soon in a new United Artists movie called The Manchurian Candidate, in which she co-stars with Frank Sinatra and Lawrence Hardy. Here is beautiful Miss Janet Leigh. Nice to have you back again.
Well, thank you. It's nice to see you again, Garry.
I have not had the privilege of seeing Manchurian Candidate as of this date, but I have a marvelous compliment for you and the producers of the picture.
Oh, please tell me.
A very good friend of mine is a very close friend of Dick Condon, who wrote the book, The Manchurian Candidate.
Yes, I know.
We were talking about this when I heard you were going to be on the show. He said that he had spent some time with Dick Condon recently, and that Dick Condon, the author of the book, thinks that the picture is magnificent.
Mr. Condon said that?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's about the biggest compliment that can be paid the picture, because, and the people who made it, because for an author to say that they liked what they did with my book, usually they say, oh, what did you do?
Usually they say they've killed my work of art.
Yeah, right.
Well, he was very happy with the way The Manchurian Candidate came out on film.
Oh, well, I'm very pleased to hear that.
Now, fellows of the panel, gentlemen, you may be wondering why your lady cohorts deserted you and disappeared backstage, but you'll find out in just a minute. This whole stunt for tonight began when Janet and I and Betsy and Bess, and by the way, those two are in on this little stunt, Betsy and Bess, we were talking about the latest trends in women's hairstyles. Now, we have here some actual hairstyles that are being worn at formal occasions here in New York City at various functions and one thing. That looks kind of like you, you know?
Well, yeah, in a way. That sort of looks like a wave at the beach, don't you think?
Yeah.
Like surf.
It does, and that's fairly conservative.
Yeah, that's sort of
Here's another one.
That's a bird's nest.
This looks kind of like the nest of an untidy hummingbird.
Yeah.
Up there.
Yeah.
Now, here's yet another one.
Ooh, something...
They get wilder all the time.
I think she was scared.
Hey, if my wife came home with a thing like this, I'd grab her right by that and... Oh.
Taste out, right?
Yeah, that's right. And look at this one.
Oh.
These are all legitimate, too.
No, that's the beat of victory.
Yes, but they're... She's not just jumping up and down. They stay erect.
No, they can stay that way. I've seen hairstyles, maybe not the same, but certainly similar to these.
Well, these are the nutsiest hairstyles I ever saw in my life.
Now, they are really works of art.
Janet, dear girl, there's no art involved here. I think that anybody, any man, any woman, if they put their mind to it, could design something like that. Don't you think, Henry? Don't you think, Bill, that it was possible?
No.
You don't think so? Oh, I'm sure you could. No?
No.
Oh, fellas, I'm sure you could.
I think you said you think anybody can.
Yes.
Any man or woman.
Yes.
I don't think that the people who get paid to do it can do it. No, those things are monstrous. They make women look unfeminine, which
Well,
is...
now, tell you what we're going to do, Henry. Tonight... Pardon? Yes, sir.
No, I'm going to say, in your opinion, they're not good, and you think probably because
Oh, they're
you can do it.
disgraceful.
I'm
No,
sure
I-
you
Well, you can do
I
better.
wouldn't touch it.
You can do better?
No,
All right,
sir. I
tonight you're
wouldn't-
going to get
no.
a chance.
I
Tonight
bet
you'll
you
get a
could.
chance to do better.
No.
I'm going to give you each a chance to create individual hairstyles for Betsy and for Bess, and they have volunteered to model for us. Now, if we could open the curtains,
I
please.
don't volunteer to do anything.
Now, Henry, if you'll come over here on the side where I am. Bill, if you'll go over there behind Betsy, please.
Come on, Henry. Don't be chicken.
This is...
It's a joy. I've never had such a good-looking hair.
the way she is. Looks great.
You can do what you said you did. You do it right. And now the girl, we thought about using wigs. But the girls thought that they would be willing, and I think they're very brave, to use their own hair.
Their own hair?
Au natural, and it's up to you to create something really exciting.
Yes, but I don't have my equipment.
We have your equipment here, Henri.
Everything ready.
Oh, my. Look, Henry.
Isn't that exciting? Now, I would suggest that you crush
Why should I ruin a pretty girl? That's what I don't
and
understand.
feel of it,
Yeah,
and get the idea
Stop
of
with the brush.
whether you want it up or, well, no, that's...
Improve.
No, that's...
Where's my brush is stuck?
No,
charming, Henry.
well,
Where's the scissors?
Let me help you. You need some pins.
short hair.
Yes, I like
Okay,
it.
I think we should pin it.
Just shape it a little bit. That's it. We'll just
Pin
shape
it
it. We
along
won't
the
cut
side.
it.
That's right.
One side.
Yeah,
Now hold this here. You put it in
Up the
here.
bottom?
Put it over here. Now, ow! Come on. All right, right in
Do you know
there.
how to tease?
Are you going to make
Why
it
not?
Do you know how to tease?
Oh, good. Does he know how to tease?
Yeah.
No. No, I
wanna make
when it
me
all goes up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like it that way.
No. It looks terrible that way. I don't like
You
it.
ready? You want to work on this?
Look to it. Wait, as soon as I finish the hair.
No, I mean tease hair.
Oh, all right. Will you please?
Yeah.
I like it neat.
Oh, that's good.
Not here?
About there? Watch it, Henry. Very good.
This there.
All right, that's
And
fine.
then you separate it. I'm off.
Yeah. Great. Now.
And then you do
I don't want to use it.
like
Do I have to
this,
use this?
and then
Well,
you start
you
it
have a
down here,
choice.
and then you
How about that?
go like that.
Bill, don't do that to my hair.
In the middle of my
It'll get
hair.
like a wax neck.
Janet has helped me.
You get it up, you can use a little spray, being careful not to get it in the eye.
Yes,
all
because
right.
that holds it in place.
I'm
And
ready.
you want to...
No, come on, Henry. Here, you can, darling, you can pin this in. Look, come here. Come back.
You know what you can do? No, wait.
Come back here. Come on, Henry.
I'm creating. Will you let me alone?
Here, sweetie, how about this is marvelous.
No, wait a minute.
You know, really.
No!
Is that Mr. Henry? How is he working on your hair? Mr. William over
He's not
here.
doing a thing.
He's not doing a thing.
I'm
You have to get
thinking.
You have to get one.
Come on, now, really be classy.
You have to be...
I'm going to
you have
incorporate
create
the
something
brush.
now. Come on, Johnny.
All right.
Really create.
Come on.
Do your thing there.
Why don't you
Yeah,
create
yeah,
it?
I'll hand you the...
I don't need that. I want to incorporate the brush.
Oh, there's some pretty details down there.
No, but
What are you doing? Henry, what are you doing?
I'm creating.
Pin one on, and then you can add to it.
I just can't work with...
Here, you want some?
You want
It
to...
doesn't match.
Here.
There. Oh, that's beautiful, Helen.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Wait a minute.
I may change it.
Oh, don't. It feels right. It just feels right. Don't you want...
More pens.
Don't you want...
More pins.
Wait, okay, get a load of Bill. Bill's coming along beautiful.
Oh, that's... You need a pin, too?
I couldn't get the brush out, so I'm using it as part of it.
I wish I could see it. When do you let me look at it? Can I look at it now? Oh, Bill, that's beautiful.
Isn't it the
I
big
like that. I do like that very I know, that's nice.
That's kind of lovely.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is kind of like
Yeah, would you
Now may I have
side
a scissors? Oh, here, I can tie the brush up with that. There. Now,
There you go. Oh, that's lovely. I think you have succeeded.
No, it's perfect the way it is. Don't touch it.
I think you've succeeded in making both of these girls look like Manchurian candidates.
I think this is nice. Where's my mirror?
We'll keep working, but Janet here, thank you very much for time out of a very busy schedule. Very chance for Janet Leigh.
one thing at a time.
We'll keep working.
I've always do that when I go to jail. I can admire my own work.
We'll be back with you right after this important message. Friends, I've been asked to remind you that when you give the United Way, your one gift works many wonders. There are services for children, for families, for the sick, for the elderly. Give your fair share to your United. And let's check back and see how the girls are doing.
I think that
Henry, I think this is charming.
May I have a mirror?
No, not yet, my dear. Not
Henry,
yet.
you're divine that way.
Not one of my better
And
nights.
so...
Did you hear?
When the clock strikes 12, enter a strange realm of dark secrets and heroic triumphs.
He just won $1 million!
Where fortune hunters of today
You're driving me crazy.
live side by side with creatures from another time. Late nights on GSN, Monday through Friday when the clock strikes 12.